YouTube. What is up, man? It's your boy, I'm him, Giovanni, and this is another episode of my thoughts, my opinions, powered by Smoke and Politic with me, honorably refreshing for the world. Please subscribe and hit that bell to my channel. And if you're on the fence of subscribing and hitting that bell on my channel, it's okay. Check out my playlist. And see that I'm the same person, been pushing the same narrative, and that's positivity and giving belt to ass to the effery. Now, hope everybody's having a good week so far. It's hump day, Wednesday, right? Yeah, man, the week's almost over. This week's going by so fast, man. Hope everybody out there is really, taking advantage of that blessed 24 hours, because yet again, we are blessed with another 24 hours, man. Use yours wisely and accordingly. Now, as you guys can see from the thumbnail, you know what I'm saying, first and foremost, rest in peace to Stephen M. Segala, and condolences and prayers go out to his son, his son's mother, his current girlfriend that he had at the time of his demise, his mother, his family, his cousins, everybody that really genuinely cares and loves that man. Prayers and condolences go out to you guys. I'm gonna refer him by his name. He was formerly known as Savage Studios, man. A big YouTube content creator, man. If hailing out of California, a lot of people, I've done my research. I spent a month doing research on this man, on Steven, and I sat there and I watched, the very few people that had nice things to say about him. And I've watched so many people that didn't have so many nice things to say about him. Just to get an idea and of what people thought of him. And then obviously, I spent a lot of time with him, as if indulging and binging on both of his channels. I watched every single video except for probably like two. And I watched every single video he ever put out on both of his channels, the Savage Family and his last channel that currently has 20,000 subscribers, Savage Studios. And, I told myself how I'm going to do this. I'm just going to highlight his grind. I'm going to highlight, what of his potential and the good. I'm just going to highlight the good. I'm not going to, first and foremost, I'm not going to talk about prison. I'm going to say my piece about it because, I'm going to insert myself. It's going to, don't worry, it's going to make sense. But I'm not going to highlight that. I've never been on no main line. I've never been to prison, done a couple weeks in San Diego County Jail here and there, Chula Vista Jail, for weird stuff, property damage, and I've in Newport, Rhode Island, I've sat in the jail cell for freaking trespass. You can look it up. So I don't know about prison. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to judge this man. Mind you, he was in prison. He went to prison at 16 years old. You know what I'm saying? And I guess he was in the big boy prison. 16, 17 years old. I'm not going to sit there and condemn that man for tapping out. And meaning tapping out, rolling it up and going to PC. I'm going to be very transparent here. You know what I'm saying? I know myself. I know I'm not a punk. I've never been soft. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that's ever violated me, nobody on this earth that's ever done something to me in the physical, like putting their hands on me, can never say that I've never done nothing back to them. I ain't never got my get back. You know what I'm saying? I stand up when I need to. You know what I'm saying? I stick up for myself and my loved ones and people that I care about. And I just stick up for my fellow man. With that being said, I am not soft. There's not a soft bone in my body. But I've never been on a main line. You know what I'm saying? Especially, I'm 39 years old. You know what I'm saying? But I've never been on no main line, man. I've never been to prison. I've never been none of that. So I honestly can't sit up here and tell y'all and lie to y'all being 100% sure that I wouldn't tap out and roll it up. Even though I know I'm not soft, even though I know I will constantly beef and do what I need to do. But I'm going to be completely honest with y'all, and I'm being transparent. I hope you guys appreciate this, because how many people on here is going to sit here and admit to this? You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I would tap out. You know what I mean? I'm just being completely honest. So I'm not going to sit here and fault that man for tapping out. That's just, I'm not going to do that, because unless I knew 100% sure that I've already experienced it and I didn't tap out and I didn't walk the main line, you know, I have no business judging that man, because I've never been in that situation. So I don't know what I would do. I know for sure I would defend myself. I wouldn't be a victim. But in the end, would I tap out? Would I roll it up? I don't know. So I'm not going to sit here and condemn any man or woman that rolled it up, because I don't know if I would do that. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know, I took a lot of notes. This, like I said, I spent a month doing my research with him. Like, it was to the point that I was having dreams about this man. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was literally in my dreams. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was crazy. You know, I had to take like a few weeks off too, because it was just, you know, I was letting my personal feelings get involved. And, you know, this is journalism at its finest, right? So I got to be professional about it. Now, you know, he was very knowledgeable on the whole prison system, the inner workings. You know, it may not be all true, but knowledgeable nonetheless. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, if you go back 4 years from his content, it wasn't drama filled. You know what I'm saying? You know, it seemed like his core subscribers, you know, this is what I noticed. You know, with Steven, it was a shift. I felt like I was on a roller coaster every time I sat there and did my research on him. And I was binging off his content. I felt like every time I stopped, like I would stop for the night or day, it would feel like I literally got off a roller coaster ride, because I was going through the motions with him. I felt it, because, you know, if you guys check out my content and you know how I am, I'm really gifted on feeling other people's energy, and I don't have to be in the same room to feel your energy. That's basically what I'm going to say. So I felt like I got off a roller coaster ride every time I was done binging off his content. You know what I'm saying? So I went through the motions with him, and I seen it for myself. I seen it that he would try his best to stop with the negativity and all that. Like, he will go some time. He will go probably like a month or two without, you know, indulging in it. But every time, his core subscribers, man, and I'm not coming at all his subscribers, but the majority, and I'm not here to place any blame on his subscribers, saying that, you know, they're the reason that he met his demise. No, but I feel like they had a part in him, a big part of him crashing out and talking crazy on his channel. They have a big part of it, because here it is. Every time he was trying to change his ways and go back to how he first started, right? There's always people in the comments bringing up so-and-so. So-and-so said this about you. What do you think about this? Or just people in the comments trolling him and saying, oh, I'll do this to you. And then, you know, I could relate to this, because I used to be like that way. You know what I mean? I will respond to every single negative thing. You know what I mean? So I'm not here to pass judgment on Steven at all. If anything, I relate to him in a lot of ways. And you could see it. He would disregard it in the beginning of a lot of streams and stuff. And then as time goes on, an hour or whatever, 30 minutes go by, then he would just give in and be like, you know what, F that, You know what I mean? And he was like, this is what you guys want, I'm gonna give you guys what you want. So I feel like, number one, he let his subscribers and he let the internet trick him out of his I'm not gonna say his life. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know nothing about what went on. I just seen what I seen, but that's not 100%. I feel like he let his subscribers and the clout and the internet trick him out of what he first started doing. You know, like I said, I took my notes, right? And, you know, he had this interview. I forget the woman's name he interviewed, but she was in there. She was in there with the woman that, you know, damn. The woman that, I forgot her name, but it was some big story that her and her boyfriend abused her son, had him in a dog cage and all that shit. It's a big story, right? The way he conducted that interview was just like so effortlessly, man. Like, I felt like if he would have stuck doing that and did his little prison things and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not going to talk about politics, what organization, if he was a Southsider or 25%. I don't know nothing about that. I'm a civilian. You know what I mean? That's not my world. So it's not my business to elaborate on that. I have no idea. He had his reasons of lying about rolling it up. That's his business. I'm not here to judge that man on that. I don't know. You know what I mean? But I feel like, he let his subscribers and he let the clout trick him out of his groove, man. Because like I said, you go back 4 years. Go back 4 years on the Savage Family content, not Savage Studios, because that's when it was already up. You know what I mean? But go to the Savage Family. Go 4 years. When he first started, go to his first ever content all throughout that. Go 4 years back and you'll see the real him, man. And I don't know him personally, but I have somebody close to me that known him personally, that person knows him, show me videos and pictures of them together. Like, that person's not lying. And that person knows that I'm speaking truth. Like, the beginning, and people that know him, his family, that is, that was him. That was the real him, I felt like, especially when he conducted that interview, man. I have that somewhere written down. That, like I said, I've done a lot of notes on this man. I think he cared too much what others thought of him, and that's sad, now, he really spoke his truth, and that was his downfall in some ways. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I just want to highlight the good that he was doing, man. Like, he was one hell of an interviewer. He was very knowledgeable about the whole prison system. You know what I mean? And then at the same time, he got caught in his lie, and at the end, he embraced it. Like, some may say, hey, he had no choice but to embrace it. And some may say, like, good job. I'm one of those people that's going to be like, all right, you got caught in a lie, embrace it, you keep it pushing. Hey, some people will get caught in lies and you'll never see them again. He was like, he took that head on. You know what I'm saying? I have to respect that. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be who I am if I wasn't going to sit here and respect that. Was he, now there was information out there of him, being weird and stuff. That's false. Where's the police report? Where's the actual victim in that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on. There's things of him saying that he was ratting. Where's the police report? Where's the person that he ratted on that did time? Where they at? You know what I'm saying? I just felt like, what made him get a target on him, not what his demise was, no, how he lost his life, I feel like had nothing to do with his antics on YouTube. I felt like that was a whole separate matter, and you know what I mean? It's just, if you do the research, you're gonna conclude the same thing. You know what I mean? You're gonna find out the same thing. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. It's just, some people were telling me not to cover this, but I told myself, and I told his friend, that I would. You know what I mean? And then I would do it with care, because there's a lot of people, not to say, you know what I mean, there was a lot of people that covered him, and they were just, oh, this is what he gets. And some people, playing devil's advocate here, I understand. He was on there, threatening people's families and kids and all that, like, to certain people, telling other organizations F them, and your dads, and I mean, he's just, but like I said, I'm not here to, I playing devil's advocate, I could understand why those people feel them type of ways, feel the way they do about Steven. I could understand it. I mean, I'm not biased over here. But I feel like, if you guys run into his channel, just try to ignore the antics and his later stuff and his last content and stuff. Like, go back to his old stuff. You're gonna see the real Steven, man. You're gonna see the real Steven M. Segala, man. You know what I'm saying? Upbeat, witty, smart, charismatic, You know what I mean? Caring. Even when he was with his antics, you could still see he cares. He's a person that I know I could have chilled with and smoked with and did content with, man. Even though, you know, the life he led and you know, in and out of prison and being in organizations, I can't relate to that. But what I could relate to is him generally being a good soul. And me being a good soul, I could recognize that. He was just troubled, man. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like, you know, not to knock people that loved him and all his friends, I just felt like, you know, people close to him should have put more of a full court press, because I'm that type of friend. I know if I was around him, you know what I'm saying, you could ask my dear friend Luigi. I love you, Luigi. You know what I'm saying? I put full court press, you know what I'm saying? I put full court press on him when I need to, and he does, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like, you know, I don't know. And I'm not saying that would have saved his life, but at least that would have saved him from putting out the content that he was doing, because you could tell he wanted to get back to his old ways of doing good content. He was doing family pranks with his, you know, his ex-wife, his son's mother. You know what I mean? Condolences go out to her. I know she moved on and has another relationship, but that doesn't mean she doesn't love and care about Steven, man. She will always and forever love and care about that man. And whatever man is with her or ends up being with her is just gonna have to accept that and respect that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. It was just, you know, I was watching this prank video that he pranked, you know, his ex-wife, his son's mother. He pranked her that he had a bunch of hickeys and stuff. You know, some people would say that it was fake, that her reaction was fake. If that was fake, then, you know, I know she'll probably never see this, but if you do, or anybody that knows her sees this, she needs to go to Hollywood and pursue acting, because she's one hell of an actor. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, but I don't think she was acting. I think that was genuine, and it was funny, man. And then his son, you know, when he was sitting there trying to console her, his son probably thought he was doing something to his mom. He was like, it was so dope. Like, you know, and that was him. That was Steven, man. Even though I don't know him personally, but I felt like that was him. That was Steven, who was interviewing that woman that was in prison with that lady that did that to her son. That was the real Steven right there, man. I felt like, man. And I know his family and his loved ones and his people that really cared about him are going to agree what I'm saying, man. You know, rest in peace to Steven M. Seagal, man, a.k.a., you know, Savage Studios, man. You know, if I'm looking right here, both of his channels are right there. If you want, if you're into the prison content, check it out, man. But I highly recommend to check out the Savage family and go to his earlier content. Go 4 years back, 5 years back, and you'll see the real him, man. Yeah, man, it's sad, man. Just a waste of talent and a waste of a human life, man. And I feel like all of that could have been avoided. You know what I'm saying? I really strongly believe, you know, he didn't meet his demise because of his antics on YouTube. I felt like he met his demise. It had to do with it just had to do with respect. You know what I'm saying? It was all about respect. You know, he just probably most likely disrespected the wrong person. You know what I'm saying? And this is why it's important to really, really, you know, put out positive energy and respect everybody within reason. So, you know, that's just my thoughts, my opinions about it, man. Once again, RIP to Steven M. Seagal. You know, prayers and condolences go out, and many blessings go out to your son and your mother and anybody that loves you and cares about you, generally loves you and cares about you, man. Rest in peace, brother. This has been another episode of My Thoughts, My Opinions, powered by Smoke and Politic with me. Honorably refreshing for the world. Subscribe and hit that bell. Make sure you love yourself, people, so that way you can love others accordingly, and that way you don't let nobody play with you, because life is short and we don't get to respond when this is over. And separate yourself from those that don't deserve your energy, and that includes family. You love them from afar if you need to. It's your boy, I'm him, Giovanni. Oh, and by the way, be on the lookout. Roundtable this month. It starts. The date to be determined. The roundtable, giving you a old heads and young bulls perspective. Shout out to my co-hosts, Neff the Kingdom, 4TGOJ, and Drew King. You know what I'm saying? Be on the lookout, man. Yeah. Blessings.
If you really think about it, man, it always really been divided, especially when it come to us. You know, I'm just gonna speak the truth. You know what I mean? So, and then we don't help.
That's all I want you to do on here is speak your truth.
Exactly, bro. Smoking and politicking with
Mhm.
Giovanni, boy. Yeah.